How's going, everyone? Fucking walkabout Wednesday. How's doing? One beer a day. That's what I've restricted myself to. After my bloody giving up the moonshine, sticking to the beers. One beer a day, mate. You know what I mean? Had a fucking pretty good day. Worked pretty hard today, so I deserve this one. Thank fucking goodness. And then I get home, went to the fridge, and I fucking looked at had like a 3-liter bottle of milk, and it said expiry date September 11th. And I thought, geez, is that right? It's actually September 11th. How fucking terrible. You know what I mean? I went to the World Trade, what do they call it? Not the World, the Freedom Tower when I was in New York. It was pretty fucking amazing. Pretty scary. You know what it's fucking thoughts and prayers for all them firefighters and awesome people who went in that building to save lives. You know what I mean? And all the people who bloody died. What a tragedy. Islamic extremism, what do you expect? That's what you get. I guess that's what happens when you, like, the CIA helped Osama bin Laden and the fucking Taliban kicked the Russians out of Afghanistan. And that's the thanks you get. You know what I mean? You try help someone out and then they just turn on you and fucking dog you. So that was maybe not the wisest idea, helping the old Taliban. But anyway, such is fucking life. You can't change history, can you? I was reading this today, but I just looked at this then. I was like, fuck, I better read something about 9/11 when I found me fucking my milk. My milk's fucking best before date. But yeah, well, they reckon trial for 5 men charged with planning 9/11 to start in 2021, 20 years after the attack. Can you fucking believe it? A military judge has set a trial date for 5 men held at Guantanamo Bay and faced the death penalty for the alleged role in the 9/11 terrorist attack nearly 20 years after the atrocities took place. The date set for early 2021 in an order setting motion and evidently deadline on Friday. The 5 detained defendants include Khalid Shekhar Mohammed, a senior al-Qaeda figure who has portrayed himself as the mastermind of September 11, 2001 attack and other terrorist plots. I remember when 9/11 happened, I was in my first year of high school and I was like, fucking, what the fuck's a Muslim? That was like my first reaction. And someone's like, people in the Middle East. And I'm like, you mean like Aladdin? You mean Aladdin and the genie? And they're like, yeah, them guys. I'm like, dead set. Thought they were cool. They turned out to be fuckheads. Do you know what I mean? I bet you get that in life, don't you? So it'd be interesting to see. I wonder if they go like, Trump's going to win 2020. Brexit's going to happen sooner or later. Let's hope by this date. Let's hope by the fucking 2021. Let's hope Brexit's happened. Trump's re-elected. And then maybe they'll be like, we're pulling out of fucking all these Middle Eastern wars. And we're just going to have the trial, the September 11th trial, just to finish it. That'll be like the icing on the cake. Be like, righto, we spent 20 years fighting in these shithole countries, and now we're going to have the September 11th trial, and we're wiping our hands of it all the fucking madness. You know what I mean? I reckon that'd be a good idea. How's going, everyone watching? I hope your fucking afternoon's been going well. Need another sip of me fucking beer. Drown the sorrows. Have a sip for every fucking person affected by September 11. That's all I can do. I bought a shirt when I went to New York. There was like the firefighter fire station right next to the Freedom Tower, the new Freedom Town. You can go in and do like a tour of the fire stations apparently all around America. It's fucking sweet. Went in there, met some firefighters, and then some other people. I've seen people lining up, and I'm like, what the hell? What are you guys doing? And they're like, you can do a tour. Anyone can line up, can go do a tour of the fire station. I'm like, sweet, let's do it. Had a chat to the firefighters. They'd lost people who worked in that station when the buildings fell down. Bought a sweet shirt off them. I don't wear the shirt somewhere deep. You know what I fucking mean. And who gives? I guess it's like fucking. I like that. I don't know if you've seen the who's that fucking American politician with one eye patch? And he's like a veteran and stuff. He was like, I don't know, a Navy SEAL or something. And he had some good good thoughts about, remaining in the Middle East and fighting these extremists. Because he's like, nah, we've got to these extreme nutcases, you have to, better to fight them there than over here. I reckon that's true. Happy Hump Day, Dusty. Never forget September 11. That's bloody right, mate. Bellycopter. Good on you, brother. Never fucking forget. There was some bullshit article. I didn't save it. It was like, written by The Guardian, and it was like September 11th. I typed it in my phone, and it listed like everything that's happened on September 11th in the last 100 years or some shit. And it was just like, September 11th is nothing. Like they were trying to fucking palm it off. It was like, what a fucking dead set bitch. You know what I mean? Whoever wrote that article. Anyway, what else have we got fucking going on here? Well, here's one for September 11th, so you'll remind ourselves of how weird fucking Islam is. Iran's blue girl dies after setting herself on fire. Apparently, right? I never knew this. I read this article. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? In Iran, females are not allowed to go to soccer. They're not allowed in the stadiums, right? How fucking ridiculous is this? I mean, what do you expect from these stupid people? Deadbeat in the comments section. Word up, Dusty. How you fucking going, deadbeat? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Yeah, but how ridiculous, you know what I mean? This Sheila, I'll just read a bit of this article. An Iranian female football fan who set herself on fire a week ago has died. The woman set herself alight in Tehran after her trial for attempting to enter a football stadium disguised as a man was postponed. The authorities in Iran regularly stop women from entering stadiums. So no women are allowed in any stadiums. Her story has been followed closely by Iranians around the world who used the hashtag #BlueGirl, a reference to the colors of her favorite team. The woman, named as Sarah, whatever, I can't pronounce it, was arrested in March when she tried to enter a football stadium. After being jailed for 3 days, she was released on bail and waited 6 months for her court case. But when she appeared at court, she found out that it had been postponed because the judge had a family emergency. She later returned to court to pick up a mobile phone, and it's widely reported that she thought to have overheard someone saying that if she was convicted, she could get 6 months to 2 years in prison. I'm pretty sure they like fucking gang rape women in prisons in Iran and shit. I was reading some article about it's fucking, What they don't. It's just disgusting. Anyway, they reckon she then set herself alight in front of the courthouse and later died in hospital. What a fucking tragedy. Women in Iran have been stopped from going to stadiums in which men to watch men's sporting events since 1981. This was temporarily lifted last year to allow women to watch the World Cup being streamed at a stadium in Tehran. Dead set. So it's happened. They let them watch the World Cup in a stadium on the big screen. So I'm looking at photos. There's all these women in there cheering and getting amongst it, enjoying their I think Iranian people. I actually have a few Iranian mates. I wouldn't call them mates, just people from my last two churches. I went to Hillsong for like fucking 8 years and City Point Church probably for 7 years. And there was heaps of Iranians. They would call themselves Persians. They'd fucking convert to Christianity. And, you know, they're just like fucking normal as fuck people, hey? I guess when they get out of there, they're like, they just want to be fucking normal. And, you know, I reckon they dead set. They're just fucking, I don't know, normal people. The women are actually quite beautiful, quite friendly. So, you know, what a fucking tragedy, this poor Sheila. And where else was I reading? They were saying, get this, FIFA, football's governing body set a deadline on the 31st of August for Iran to allow women into stadiums, something the country has not yet guaranteed. We are aware of the tragedy and we deeply regret it, a FIFA statement said. FIFA convey our condolences to the family and friends of old love and reiterate our calls on the Iranian authorities to ensure the freedom and safety of any women engaged in this legitimate fight to end the stadium ban for women in Iran. So that's probably like something good that FIFA is bloody doing, you know what I mean? Saying, hey mate, fucking let these Sheilas, I'm gonna fucking plug me light in. Where's me light? Give me a second, world. I'm a bit fucking dull there. He's hanging out. But yeah. Good old FIFA. At least I've done fucking something, eh? You know what I mean? How you going, fucking medicine man? Up to cunt. Fucking sitting here, walkabout Wednesday with you. How was your day, medicine man? The beast just got back from Europe. How was it, mate? Could you tell the fucking third world immigrants, Islamic immigrants? Was it noticeable? Simple yes or no will do fine. Nah, I'm joking. Tell us all about it. Jump on my fucking Telegram to Dusty Bogan's mates and tell me all about it, mate. Send me some pictures of these. Nah, I'm only joking. Nah, Europe's fucking great, mate. I went to the boost. I was in Eastern Europe. More so. No. Oh yeah, cool, man. I had a mate. I worked with a few Serbians, Eastern Europeans. So, you know, I guess the Eastern Europeans don't want a bar of it, do they? They're like, fuck off. We've already had enough of you, of the fucking dramas from the bloody communists and the Nazis and everyone. So they've like had enough. They're like, we're fucking done playing stupid games. We just want a normal country. Here's a fucking story for you. Maybe I should read something funny. Tesla driver filmed sleeping behind the wheel of his car. How fucking stupid. Some stupid cunt falls asleep. I guess you probably can because it's a bloody self-driving car. A driver in the US has been filmed appearing to sleep behind the wheel of his Tesla while the car speeds down the highway on autopilot. What a mad dude. The driver has been caught on camera appearing to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Footage of the unsettling incident was posted on Twitter by some random bloke who noticed the sleeping driver while travelers along the Massachusetts Turnpike. Some guy literally asleep at the wheel on the Mass Pike. Great place for it, he wrote. Tesla are sick, I guess. Yeah. So they must be fucking awesome cars, eh? The video appears to show the man fast asleep with his head slumped forward and no hands on the wheel. A female passenger also appears to be sleeping, leaning back on a chair with her eyes closed. What the fuck? In the picture, they look Asian to me. They look like Japanese or Korean. So, like, it's not going to, like, they've already got a bad racial prejudice. What do they call it? Is it prejudice or, you know? Mr. Randall claimed the car was traveling between 88 and 96 kilometers. The car kept a consistent speed as the person filming passed by. Mr. Randall told NBC he tried to wake the driver up by honking, but neither he nor the passenger seemed to notice. Soundproof. Tesla, so good. I actually seen one of these cars in my local shop, so I was like, geez, someone's got to be fucking loaded to buy one of them. Oh, the Beast reckons in the comments section, talking about his holiday to Europe. There was a few, which we're talking about Islamic third world fucking refugee migrants. There was a few, but not many, a lot of black people in the UK. I think the UK mass migrated a lot of, people from the fucking Caribbean and Jamaica, man, and all that. This is Jamaican beer anyway. Pretty sure they did back in the, 70s or something. What do they call it? It's like lewd boys. It's like where all the skinheads and Rastafarians started making music together. It's actually pretty sweet. I wonder if they're descendants from them or if they're like a new wave of immigrants. I know in Australia they did a deal. They were like, we're not going to let in any of these Syrian refugees. And then I think the UN was like, well, you have to fucking migrate some refugees. And they were like, you have to take Africans then. So in Australia, we've seen it's like now it's the Africans' turn to mass migrate to Australia. You know what I mean? I think we need to mass migrate Latinos. Give them a fair fucking slice of the pie. You know what I mean? Deadbeat. Was it a politician that always asleep at the wheel? That's it, mate. So is there anything spicy in this article? I only read the fucking headline. Here we go. What's it say about fucking... Tesla has an autopilot setting, but the company states it is not a self-driving system. The Tesla website states that the autopilot mode is intended for use with a fully attentive driver. Fair enough, mate. I'm sure. Don't they have a car that can drive by itself fully now, but You know what I mean? The footage of the incident has been shared thousands of times, with many social media users horrified by the restless act. Tesla responded to the incident, claiming the videos of this nature are often pranks. Bullshit, mate. Trying to cover their ass. Many of these videos appear to be dangerous pranks or hoaxes. Our driver monitoring system apparently reminds drivers to remain engaged and prohibits the use of autopilot when warnings are ignored. The spokesperson said at highway speed, drivers typically receive warnings every 30 seconds or less if the hands aren't detected on the wheel. Dead set. A Tesla owner have driven billions of miles using autopilot, and data from our quarterly vehicle safety reports indicate that drivers using autopilot experience fewer accidents than those operating without assistance. Fair fucking enough, mate. One day we'll all have one of these self-driving cars. I prefer to drive my car myself, but maybe it'll be handy if you could like just be like, fuck, if they ever like you have a few beers at the pub and you can just be like, autopilot, take me fucking home. That'll be the only good thing about these cars in the future. Maybe 20 years away, I reckon. People are like, it's going to happen tomorrow. Fucking bullshit. Loco Bogan, g'day, mate. Thanks for jumping in the fucking comment section. G'day all. What's Deadbeat reckon? They have these phone holders that weight the wheel as if you're holding the wheel. Dead set. Got to work. Peace, Dusty. Peace, chat. Thanks for tuning in. Deadbeat, you legend. What other fucking shocking news do we have from around the world? Fuck. Where is Jacinta? No, who's this? What's the Sheila's name again? Jacinta Price, this Aboriginal fucking leader. She's actually fucking pretty spot on, this Sheila. Looks like that she's had she's doing a tour around Australia. Something to do with something about, you know, she's like a conservative Aboriginal who's just like talks common sense. Has had enough. People like her and Warren Mundine, you know, they've had enough of the fucking Aboriginals being treated like the pets of the left wing. You know what I mean? They treat them like the little victim class. And she's just like straight up being like, nah. I haven't really listened to much what she's saying, but I'm fucking interested to see what she does in her political career. I think she's just started out. Where the fuck am I? I've just lost my buddy. Attempts to stop Jacinta Price speaking in Coffs Harbour is cultural bullying. So they're trying to stop this Aboriginal lady from doing a speaking tour. Like, this is absolute bullshit. Alice Spring councillor Jacinta Price has been refused permission to speak at the Jetty Memorial Theatre in Coffs Harbour by local Aboriginal communities. So it's Aboriginals who are like, no, we like to be fucking the pets of the Labor and the Greens party. You know what I mean? And whilst Jacinta's out there, Jacinta Price is out there fucking, don't be tricked by these fucking people. Miss Price said it's ridiculous, and it came from the fact that some members of this group had originally gone to a local mayor to ask that my event be cancelled altogether, and that it would be handled quietly without media, and I said I would not be cancelling my event at all. It has now turned into the local council asking me to seek permission to enter into these lands to have a welcome to country ceremony at my event, she said. Miss Price declined these requests and was soon after rebuked that she was not going about the correct cultural protocols, while claims a protest would ensue because of cultural bullying by not cancelling her event in the first place. Like, it's just fucking, how stupid is this? The Aboriginal, they were like, well, you have to do it the right way. You have to capitulate. You need to have a traditional Aboriginal welcoming ceremony. Are you fucking joking me? Is that what this is gonna? Is that what's gonna happen now? That we're all gonna be like, sir, your Big Mac's ready. We just want to thank the traditional landowners. We'll be like, fucking shake some bloody gum leaves in front of you. Be like, thanks, mate. Have to have a little cultural fucking recognition celebration every time you fucking fill up your car with some fuel. You know what I mean? Just let the lady speak. Don't hinder her message. You know what I mean? They asked me to seek permission to enter onto these lands to have a welcome to country ceremony at my event. So she's like, nah, mate. She's an Aboriginal herself. If she wants to have a fucking Aboriginal ceremony, it's an Aboriginal woman doing the fucking talk, mate. We're getting a taste of what we can probably expect if treaties are the road we're going to be going down, she said. Councillor Price summarised that the purpose of her talk is to create an understanding between all Australians. It is about breaking down those barriers between us, stopping the labelling, and trying to bring solutions for our most marginalised Australians. So what is her talk about? Where the fuck is Jacinta Price? I'm just going to fucking Google her speaking to her and be like, what is it fucking actually about? Because she's actually like really switched on, mate. Jacinta Price tour. Mind the Gap, that's what it's called. Mind the Gap, Jacinta Price tour. No political correctness, no identity politics. Jacinta Price is an Indigenous Alice Spring Town councillor who has come under fire in the media for expressing opposition to the idea that Australia Day should be removed to another day. Damn, good on you, love. No, I remember she was helping out Rebel Media Australia, Mark Latham, who's now a One Nation senator or something in New South Wales. So she was helping out Mark Latham with his Outsiders YouTube program a few years back, and she helped them lead up a Save Australia Day campaign. So she's an amazing woman. Australia Day, yeah, so she expresses opposition to the idea that Australia Day should be moved to another day because of the offence it causes the Indigenous community. It's so good to have like a common sense Indigenous person to be like, no, you're just driving a wedge between us. I reckon Aboriginals and Aussie bogans, we all get on pretty fucking good. And for arguing that some sentiment of the Aboriginal community spend too much energy on being perpetually aggrieved and not enough on attending to the real issues that the community face. Jacinta is the daughter of the former CLP political best prize and won 2011 NAIDOC Award Artist of the Year. In the wake of a growing Change the Date movement, so that's Change Australia Day movement, Jacinta Price dives deep to uncover what is causing further division and what is distracting distracting us from bridging the Indigenous divide and what a connected future would look like. Yeah, because I agree that we should have like really good relationships, friendships with the Indigenous Australians. You know what I mean? We don't want fucking drama. You know what I mean? But we don't want to capitulate and fucking be like, oh, we're going to change the date. We're going to change the flag. We're going to change the fucking national anthem. We're going to change everything. You know what I mean? Helen. Thanks for tuning in, Helen. Back in the comment section. Hi, Dusty. It's been ages, Helen. I remember you used to tune in a fair bit. Ballycopter, teach kids to change gears, not genders. Good on you, mate. The Beast. I'm a 28-year-old. I think this world is a joke. First, old people have deal internet online banking. Have to deal with internet banking. No cash pushing the gay agenda. Having to have mass immigration. Why is everything we have to be in a rush? That how we know the bankers are controlling us. Yeah, I think there's some weird shit going on, bro. That is fucking for sure. I can't understand how. I remember like Jordan Peterson said, he's like, do you know what? He's like, I think Jordan Peterson said, he's like, I find in life if things are working, he's like, it's kind of like a miracle that things work. Things are functioning in order and things are just rolling along smoothly enough. He's like, if things are working, he's like, just be like, fuck, just leave it alone and walk away. He's like, don't fuck with things. It's a miracle that, you know, if there's anything good in our life and our society and culture, you just be like, it's a fucking miracle. Because people, you know, people are pretty, we have the capacity to do all sorts of weird and stupid shit. The biggest problem we have is there's a lot of fucking idiots out there. You know what I mean? I'm no fucking genius either. But I'd take that advice from Jordan Peterson. Just leave it alone. And all these politicians and freakos, they're trying to reinvent every fucking thing in the world. They're trying to reinvent the wheel. And they're fucking things up. Message retracted. B, sorry, bro. I know you probably write it just how I do. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck if you didn't spell it or get it all out? You know, sometimes I write it how I think and then I reread it and I'm like, that just sounded fucked. Sorry, mate. I get what you're saying, but bro. Where the fuck was I? Where the fuck is the Jacinta? Where is that article? It's Sky News, mate. Jacinta Price. Yeah, I was reading about a tour. Part of Jacinta's mission is to bring awareness of issues preventing Indigenous people from succeeding in a modern Australia. Awareness is the first step to positive change for all Australians. The event includes an exceptional and engaging presentation followed by questions from the audience, followed by a meet and greet for all ticket holders. Wow. Symbolic acts have no meaningful impact on Australia's most marginalised. So why then are so many so happy to invent vast amounts of energy into a meaningless symbolic act? It is a pathetic attempt to appease sentiment, anger, and white guilt. I fucking totally agree. Why are these abused and assaulted women and children, all of whom are Australian citizens, being used as sacrificial lambs for the enforcement of ideological thinking? What a woman. I think she's fucking great. Jacinta Price. When is she coming to my town? I'm going. You know what I mean? She sounds good. Haha. I wrote before I read it. Yeah, dude. I do it all the time. Don't fucking worry, mate. But yeah, you get the fucking story, don't you? What the fuck is going on? I was reading some fucking bullshit article. Life is busier than ever for many Australians, but a shocking statistic in a new report reveals the extent of loneliness. Jesus Christ. Go to your local bloody church or something. Go sign up at a local bloody gym, or I guess in a gym, everyone's got their headphones on these days, and we're all like getting into it. But where are you fucking going? Australians are busier than ever, but many are struggling to keep a roof over their heads, and an alarming 25% say they suffer from loneliness, according to a national report out today. Where's everyone's fucking families? We all came from a mum and a dad and have fucking, didn't they? Don't you have brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles and cousins? What the fuck's going on? Don't you have mates? People just fucking live on smartphones these days. Is that the story? The Medicine Man, get 2,000 subs. Yeah. Jeez, I get like 10 subs and then I lose 7. I'm slowly growing this channel. Slowly. Why the fuck does this article, every time I click out of it, takes so long to load? What a fucking shitty, depressed article to read. Sorry to fucking read this shit to you. The annual overview of well-being by the government, Australian Institute of Health and Welfare, reports, we are not merely a hard-working population. We are getting smarter in our jobs. We are doing our democratic duty in greater proportions, with 97% of eligible people enrolled to vote. Compared to just 90% in 2010. Wow, fucking great. We're doing our civic duty by voting. Fucking great, mate. And just keep, if everyone was voting for one nation or something, then I'd be like, yeah, that's great, but let's get more stupid people to vote. You know what I mean? How the fuck is that connected to the wellness of the nation? The annual overview of the well-being by the government's Australian Institute of Health and Wealth. What the fuck? Reports, yeah. But many Aussies are struggling to remain housed, and a shock 1 in 4 people has to deal with being lonely, particularly those who live alone, young adults, males, and people with children. What the fuck? Just go to your local pub. This is the trick in life. You just find like a local bar where the booze is cheap and just go slap a $2 coin down on that fucking pool table and be like, I'm playing the winner. Just go get fucking $20 out and do that all night, and you'll guarantee you're going to make some new friends. How fucking hard is that? We'll go sign up at go to like a fucking rugby league club and just go watch every fucking game. That's all you got to go watch every game of the season and go and have like 2 beers and just sit there. And eventually you're going to make new friends. People are like, hey, fucking go, mate. Back again. You come for another fight? Yeah, mate. I guess I want to come and support my local team. So simple. Or go volunteer somewhere. Go to your fucking local church. And there'll be, so as soon as you walk in, someone's like, "Hey, you going?" You'll be like, "Yeah, mate, I'm new. It's my first time." And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll look after you." Dead set. How fucking hard is it? How the fuck are these people struggling with fucking friendship, loneliness? Helen, check out Paul Joseph Watson's Summit News, a new video, Age of Degeneracy, talking about suicide rates and increased depression. Shocking. I actually watched that today on my lunch break. Paul Joseph Watson, what a fucking legend. And he kept going on about what was it? There was some particular word that he kept using in that Paul Joseph Watson video. He kept going on about hedonistic. Hedonistic. He's like the hedonist. That's what he reckons. He reckons we're a hedonistic generation. How do you spell that word? Hedonistic meaning. He's banging on about, and I reckon I recommend too, Helen, for people to go watch that because it was fucking interesting. And he went on about binge drinking. People who just fucking tip the piss down their neck and go all day. And I can't say much because, geez, I've been hooking in. I guess the trick is to drink, enjoy having a beer, but there's no need to be fucking a binge drinking out of control. And we all do it every now and then, but hey, every blue moon's all right. Yeah, I was watching that just as I was walking out the gate at my work. I was like, what the fuck is this? What is hedonistic? And I noticed in it, he was just banging. He was like, we're a hedonistic. He was saying how conservative government has like pretty much they've like given up on any social conservative standpoint. You know what I mean? There's nothing about being disciplined in our personal lives anymore. We've thrown the baby out with the bathwater. He said we've become hedonist. Oh my gosh, pardon me. So a hedonistic person is committed to seeking personal pleasure, the type of guy you might find in a massage parlor or at an all-you-can-eat buffet. This term, along with the related word hedonist and hedonistic, is derived from the Greek word hedon, which is pleasure. Apparently, hedonism was a Greek philosophical position where they believed you would be like, pain was the ultimate negative and pleasure was the ultimate good. But anyway, what is an example of hedonism? A religion? What the fuck? Hedonism is a pursuit of pleasure. It is a philosophical or ethical belief, but not a religion. Where does hedonism come from? The word is derived from the Greek hedon, pleasure, from Hades, sweet or pleasant. Hedonistic theory or conduct have been held from the earliest of times. Fair enough. Why the fuck am I even reading about this? That were just my own thoughts as I was watching this. I was like, Jesus Christ. I actually watched it. I noticed he was banging on about it, and then I Googled fucking what hedonism was. The Beast, Medicine Man, where are you making? When are you making your next video? When are you fucking doing it, Medicine Man? Have you worked out how to do lives again, Medicine Man? We can do a live interview. Because we need to get onto that shit. Start banging out some fucking good bloody rants. Yeah, I reckon this, where was I talking about all this bullshit going on? how the fucking the Australian government annual well-being and wealth review. Do we want to keep reading about this? Between 2008 and 2018, the proportion of students staying in school from the year 12 rose from 69% to 81% for boys, from 80% to 89% for girls. I guess that's a good thing. In 2018, some 65% of Australians aged 25 to 64 had a non-school qualification of Certificate 3 level or above, a substantial increase from 55% in 2009. And in 2018, some 74% of people aged 15 to 64 were employed. 74% of people from age 15 to 64 are employed. It's probably like, I don't want to go there. The highest annual employment rate recorded in Australia. And in July 2019, the female and total employment rate remains at record level. Wow. We are not just putting in a big effort on regular jobs. Australians are also contributing 743 million hours of volunteer work. That's fucking brilliant. So, like, what have we done? I bet you the taxpayers forked out a fuckload of money to do this shitty report. You know what I mean? The portion of Australians working very long hours, 50 hours a week or more, dropped from 16% to 14% over a year. That's fucking good. Who needs to work over 40 hours a week? It's not good for you. Nah. I guess if you need the cash, it's good. You're saving up for a home or to get married, you know, or for babies. And Australians are using part-time positions to balance work with other activities, including care for family members. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit, mate. It's all bullshit, man. You know how you tell the real heartbeat of the nation? Nah. How many people are fucking at the park bashing a cricket ball around, having a barbecue? You know what I mean? People need to get re-engaged in the culture of the nation and get reattached to our traditions. And I say our religion. You know what I mean? I go to church every Sunday, like a Christian Protestant church, but I also go to the Catholic church every now and then just for a pop-in, a bit of holy water, light a candle, a bit of a prayer, walk around. I actually enjoy it, just to be attached to a bit of tradition and culture and community too. You know what I mean? Bit of backyard sport. You got to get amongst it. Make sure, this is my tip for the world. Whatever the public holiday is, whatever public holidays are going in your nation, celebrate them. Go and be a part of it. Don't fucking dog them public holidays and do nothing. Make sure you get your family and your mates. Be like, we're going and doing whatever that fucking day is. Go be a part of it. The beast. Australian schools are a joke. They go off scoring the Catholics and private school. Kick people out if they have bad grades. I guess that's fucking true, mate. I did fucking terrible at fucking school, so you know what I mean? Dusty Bogan, you still into Lacey? I haven't spoken to Lacey in ages, bro. But yeah, I'm sure she knows how to fucking. I haven't even followed her. Is she still doing videos? I've noticed they've been unsubscribing me and unfucking clicking the bell on heaps of fucking channels. Like every channel I bloody click on, I'm like, what the fuck? Here we fucking go. Is there any fucking, there's only like miserable bad news today, world. Brexit, UK Parliament rejects Johnson's snap election call. How fucking bullshit. Is this Brexit thing ever going to happen? You know what I mean? Next time you go to your church, just fucking light a candle for Brexit, eh? Just be like, bang. I love the good thing about lighting a candle at a Catholic church. The thing I love about it is you're like, there's like 20 candles, just random candles there. And you're like, well, 20 people have already been here. Someone rocked up in the morning and was like, lit a candle, bang. And everyone's lighting that prayer. And it's just like, oh, these are all these people who came and prayed for something going on in their life, a family member or a friend themselves. And you're just like lighting off their prayer and doing your own. And it's like having your moment of personal reflection there. You know what I mean? It's just a nice part of our culture, of that tradition. You know what I mean? Whoever, like, I never understood. I heard Protestants like bad mouthing Catholics, and I'm like, have you ever fucking walked into a Catholic church? It's beautiful. You know what I mean? The artwork and the architecture, and then little things like that. Bloody amazing. Is there any fucking decent news today? Let's fucking have a look. I'm not going to the gym tonight, and bloody had a big fucking day. And we fucking going. Queensland evacuate. We've got to leave now. There's houses burning. There's a lot of fires in Queensland, in my state at the moment. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just reading the news if there's anything decent going on. No, nothing. It's all shit. Any fucking way. Maybe we'll call it a day. We're almost hit an hour. Thanks for fucking tuning in, everyone. We got fucking 8 of yous watching. I'm fucking shutting this down. Eternal entropy. Do it while you can. Rothschild and Barber Spectre to meet tomorrow and discuss how to get more Jews to come home. Zoe King said that last and used the death of Jews to get them to go back home. What the fuck? I don't even know what that means. Nah. The Beast, what do you think of Neil Erickson and Blair? I haven't really heard much of them from or about them in ages, since they got booted off fucking Facebook and YouTube. But I don't know what they're doing, if they're on Gab. I heard they're on Gab. So I think Blair Cottrell has a Telegram account. I use Telegram mainly. That's where I banter and chat with my mates. And but yeah, I mean, all the other social medias, I'm still on there, Facebook and Instagram, and you know what I mean? But I only rarely post on it, and then they always block me. So what do you fucking do? I don't really think Blair and Neil are fucking that bad of people, mate. They're just having a crack, and you know, a bit concerned of what the fuck's going on, just like everyone else, I guess. I met Blair one time. I did an interview with him. Seemed like a good enough bloke to me. So, you know, you can't believe half the shit. They're like, he's a Nazi. This person's a fucking racist. Well, everyone's fucking racist. You know what I mean? They say everyone's fucking racist. So, like, who gives a fuck what them shitty journalists or these weirdo nutcases who say that? You can't believe them. You know what I mean? So I give them the benefit of the doubt. Old Helen. Brexit is total uncharted waters. I wouldn't want to be Boris. Yeah, I know. They need to get fucking... Who's the other dude? Forget his fucking name. They need to get old mate from the Brexit party. Brexit Now party. What's his name? Fucking Nigel Farage. He's the man. I reckon he will get it to happen. Eternal entropy. Search the quote sometime, Dusty. Fascinating history, not often shared. What was the quote, bro? The Rothschild and blah, blah, blah one. All right, guys, I might fucking call it a quits. We're almost on an hour. Bit of shit news on there today, but no fucking worries. We'll do another video tomorrow, 4:30 for Thursday. Might neck a few beers. Hope you have a fucking good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are from the world. Catch us fucking later. See you tomorrow, eh?